Darian DeVries is a coward, and West Virginia is better off without him. This is Locked On Big 12.
You are Locked On Big 12, your daily podcast on the Big 12 Conference. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
I just want to start by saying I'm sorry to West Virginia fans for what you have gone through based on your athletic department and the people who have mistreated you the last decade. This is another example. What I've learned as the host of Locked On Big 12 is that West Virginia is full of the most blue-collar, underrated, underappreciated people in America. We are talking about a state that if you combined their very best athletes in football, in basketball, in baseball, and made up their university with just those kids, they wouldn't win a single game. But they go out, they do more with less. They find a way to recruit out of state. They bring you to coal miner country, and they turn out winning products. And then people like this leave for money. Opportunity is a stupid word. He left for an opportunity to Indiana. Darian DeVries does not represent West Virginia. He's not a Mountaineer. He is not a native son or someone that you could be proud to represent your state, and thank God that guy's gone. He is the last person. That type of guy is the last person that you want to be the head coach of your university. Rich Rodriguez could look him in the eyes and say that he already learned that lesson the hard way over a decade ago. And if I'm a West Virginia fan, as dejected as you have to feel, from Dana Holgerson to Bob Huggins to Neil Brown to this, I'm sorry. That there is a lifeblood I have learned in the last 2 years of hosting this show, a lifeblood when it comes to West Virginia fans rooting for their athletics that have been so damn good despite hardship for so long. Look, I'm from Arkansas. I liken it a lot to West Virginia because you compile the best athletes to play football, basketball, only from in-state, and you definitely don't win a game. But you compete. And what West Virginia needs as the leader of every one of its programs is someone who represents West Virginia and what it means to be a Mountaineer. I'm going to ask you to do something here. At the time of recording this, look, I work 9 to 5. After that, I'm flipping a house right now to live in for 7 hours. And it just weighed on my mind. I took a video and posted on Twitter my immediate thoughts about how cowardly this move is from Darian DeVries. He's not going home. He's going to Indiana to make more money. My request of you is it's 12:17 a.m. is if you agree with whatever I'm about to say, just share it to another West Virginia fan. The more I've met West Virginia fans, the more I've learned about West Virginia, the more I have understood their basketball and football program, the more I've understood their fanhood. I know how passionate these people are. There is one school in that state. There is one school in that state that means more than anything else. There is one athletic department that represents every pro team. Steelers fans are passionate. Cowboys fans are passionate. Mavericks fans are passionate. Yankees fans, I don't care. In West Virginia, it is Mountaineer football. It is Mountaineer basketball, baseball, women's basketball, whatever they're playing. And then people like this walk in, they're there for 1 year, and they see money. They see that stupid word opportunity. Oh, it's easier. That's just a term. That's just a term, opportunity for easier. Look, I was incensed. You know, I don't get paid by Locked On to talk about anything. They let me do my own shows. You know, I can brush over any topic I want to, skip over it, you know, this or that, and then just talk about anything, realignment if I want to. But this weighs on me so heavy. When things happen to West Virginia, it weighs on me so heavy because, again, being from Arkansas, I feel it. I always felt it. Like you were the underdog. Grew up in a town of 4,000 people. Like, oh, you're not going to make it. Oh, the lights are too bright. You know, and I just reason with how West Virginia fans feel. Because someone left you in the dust because you weren't good enough in their mind. The people, the fan base who would give the shirt off their back, the athletic department who, per sources, per Mountaineer Paul, who I love, the athletic department looks this guy in the eyes and says, if money is what it's going to take to keep you a Mountaineer, fine, we'll do it. We'll be loyal to you. And not a single bone of loyalty in his body, Darian DeVries leaves. Take his son who played like 5 games and stole a bunch of money in NIL from you too. Is that who you wanted to be your coach? I get it. I'm sure you're dejected. I went to Baylor. Baylor lost Matt Rule to the NFL. Baylor loses coaches like Kim Mulkey to LSU. And you look around and you think, wow. I mean, being swallowed up in the state of Texas. In West Virginia, this is the lifeblood. And then somebody says, you aren't worth as much as a dollar sign to me. Is that the guy you ever wanted coaching you? Is that it? This is the best possible outcome for West Virginia. Why? Because the snake in the grass, who wanted 1 year to prop himself up at a Power 4 level, at a Power 5 level, left. What happened next year? What happened in 2 years? Every promise made, everything he said at a podium, everything he said into a microphone, every question he took, every radio show he did, what did it mean in the end? 1 year. He ran for new opportunities. Bob Huggins, as controversial as the ending was, like Rich Rodriguez now with football, and I know that was a controversial move within itself. There are figures that come in and their first day, their second day, their third year, they represent what West Virginia is. Their mistakes don't reflect West Virginia, but the best of who they can be, their representation of the state, makes the Mountaineers proud. This is not one of those people. This is not a human being placed on earth worthy of the love, support, backing that Mountaineer fans gave him. And after a year, he was in Morgantown less than a year. The dude he's not even paying capital gains on his house. He just gets to sell it off and move off to Indiana. And I hope this is how it's going to happen. It's how it always happens. Rich Rod going to Michigan. I hope he doesn't win a game there. I hope he doesn't win a game there. Because you have a whole state of people that believe in you, that trust you. Coal miners, people that go to work from 9 to 5. Get off work, the game's at 7, they're going to take their kid, pick them up from an after-school program, one that I went to till 5 o'clock a lot of days, and pick their kid up and go to a West Virginia basketball game. Cheer for that guy? It incenses me. It just makes me mad that these people, understanding that if they sign a contract for a year, they will bolt to go to Indiana, not home. He's from Iowa. To go to Indiana because they see a dollar sign, NIL money. Oh, they can pay their kids more. That's what got you out the door? I'm sorry. Ren Baker probably couldn't have known. You missed the NCAA tournament. Neil Brown's fired. Rich Rodriguez coming back is controversial. You need somebody who represents West Virginia. Darian DeVries, who can be a shining light, leaves. He leaves you in the dust. That is a coward's move. I don't know. It just sucks. It sucks because we have so many good fan bases in the Big 12. West Virginia is like at the top of the list when you talk about teams, schools, people that live it, that breathe it, that need it. And then crap like this happens to them. Just pisses me off. I'm supposed to give you an ad read right here. I'm supposed to thank our sponsors who keep the show alive and keep me with the lights on. I'm going to skip over it. I'm going to forfeit the pay for this one. I'm going to forfeit the profit for this one. It just feels insensitive to sell you anything right now. I hope Darian DeVries on that flight, wearing the nice suit, walking into that press conference, understands the people, the loyalty, the love he just walked out on. It's stupid. Locked On Big 12. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Thanks for making this your first listen every single day.